Hey guys, it's Jellybomb YT, and today we're going to be going over my top 5 favorite tanks in World of Tanks Blitz. I've already done this video maybe a few years ago, but a lot of things have changed in this game. A lot of tanks, I've changed as a player. So, we're going to start off this list on number 5 with the 50 TP prototype. I got this tank, I think it's the only time it came out, it was during the Brothers in Arms events. I may or may not have double tuned the Smasher to get this tank, but I got the tank, and it's actually a great tank. It goes, with the improved gear oil, it goes around 50 kilometers an hour and 20 in reverse, which is absolutely insane for a heavy tank. It has great armor, has great hold down capabilities, which is my favorite position in the game to go to, hold down. So I'm going to be showing the full battles, unlike the first video I did this on. So I can show you more in depth of how the tank operates in certain situations. So as you can see, we want the medium side. I like to do that in this tank a lot since it goes really fast and it tends to dominate since it's a lot more, because it's a heavy tank against medium tanks. As you can see, we're gonna rush this object 907. I mean, he's alone, but as you can see, 121B is just gonna start rushing us. Don't need to panic, just back up because we don't want to deal with that turret. Pop a shell into him, and the team will do the rest. Lucky for me, I had a pretty solid team this game, so I didn't really need to worry about idiots, I guess. Our heavy tanks are actually doing a great job of holding back their heavy tanks, making sure they're not rushing, since no, they have the same amount of players, heavy tanks as us. I guess it was just kind of unfair matchmaking, but you can see this tank is showing a great display of speed. Showing great display of maneuverability. That's why I love this tank so much, because of its maneuverability. It also has a great gun with the tungsten shells. It's very accurate. As you can see, we just pop a shell into the side of that Supercon's turret. And we're just going to back up, go a little forward. No harm, we're destroying, so might as well rush. We're eventually going to pop a shell into the back of this IS-7. And we're going to start focusing this tortoise, since everyone else is focusing the what's it called, IS-7. And the tortoise seems to be easy meat. I mean, it's always an easy meat tank. It's very slow and it's not properly armored. So as you can see, the tank is very accurate. Especially, this tank is not a tank that should have tungsten shells. It's already OP without it. But as you can see, we did great. I did great this battle. Team did great this battle. This is just a solid tank. That's why I love it so much. It's not bad in any aspect. It's good in every aspect. It's also just really good in some aspects, like, I guess, damage, hold down capabilities, armor. I mean, as you can see, we did average on the team. This is just a solid team, you can see. Anyway, that's my fifth best favorite tank. Now, coming in at number 4 is the Progetto 46, the Italian Tier 8 Premium Medium Tank. I've had this tank for a while, on my old account and this account now. It has always been one of my favorite tanks ever. This tank has great DPM, it goes fast, has a troll turret actually, very weak armor, but the turret seems to get a decent amount of bounces for some reason. But this is my battle in this tank, in this video. It's probably my best battle for the video. I had a really good battle. I carried 6 tanks on my back in this game. But as you can see, we're going to go the medium way. We're going to look at this T21 or T20. He's usually an easy tank to get, but I do eat a shell from that FE301, which is not good. Thank God that I had the chance to back up. Don't want to get another shell from him. And we're going to decide to just go down by the T49. Seems a lot safer of an option, more damage over there. And we're going to focus this Peter, since we can fully clip him into a lot of damage. And that T49 did dump a shell into him, which is great, since now I can kill him. So, the Progetto 46, the main reason why it's my 4th best favorite tank, I keep saying best for some reason, I'm sorry, is because of its gun. The gun is insane, it's broken, it needs a nerf, whatever. It's too much damage, too much DPM. See, we can take advantage of this M4 Yo. I don't know why he keeps staring forward, capping. And even you can see, even when I'm only using 1 shell, the DPM is still great. Obviously, tanks like the P44 Pantera, that's another tank I love, just not as much as this one. has great DP, even better DPM than the Progetto 46. But the Progetto 46 is just a better all-around tank. It's smaller, it's more maneuverable, it's faster, it's slicker, whatever, you name it. So I guess we've described the tank enough now. It's just a solid tank. It's not really bad in anything except armor. So we're just gonna go more in depth in the battle. So we're on what is the name of the battle? Naval Frontier, and we're just gonna go behind these two mediums over here since they won't be suspecting it. I in this tank try to never stay stationary. Try to always move so I can get behind tanks, clip them out. 2.5 second interclip, great. Never disappoint about a 2.5 second interclip in any tank. Well, maybe a few, but as you can see, we're on pretty good damage right now. They still have 3 players on a decent amount of health. This was just a great battle I had. So we're just gonna pop some shells into this T20. Very weak armor tank. Take advantage of that. And I get really lucky here on this roll. Oh wait, no, wrong time. But this, I forget that tank. The Dracula, he's gonna come help us. I think it was this shot. Yeah, no, I keep forgetting. But we're gonna. I think the Dracula's gonna take that kill from us. That's fair. It's fine. And we're gonna wait for our shells, all 3 shells, to get the most damage possible in, because I know I'm on a lot of damage right now. So we're gonna get this Chisei. I had pretty good aim here. Aim for the lower plate, boom. And aim for the turret, boom. This battle, I somehow did not ace. I did, what, 4.3k with 4 kills? And I somehow did not ace. I'm actually surprised about that. I mean, a lot of people do play this tank. It is a really good tank. But I'm still surprised. 4.3k and 4 kills on a tier 8, that's pretty insane, in my opinion. It's not insane, but it's really freaking good. Anyway, that was a Progetto 46. It's 4th on the tier list. And 4th on the list. Maybe after this battle I should move it up, but all in all, it's just a great tank. It's really not bad in 99% of situations. It'll get you out of a pinch. It's just a great tank, I guess. Now, coming in 3rd of the list is the Premium American Heavy Tank Tier 8 T-5042. This was actually a tank I kind of was on the fence about when I first got it for some reason. I just didn't seem to ever perform good in it. But only recently, it's actually become one of my favorite tanks. Just for some reason, something clicked, and now I'm just an absolute beast in this tank. So, the reason this tank is so good is its hold down capabilities. It's basically the unnerfed T125 on steroids. It has 10 depression, makes lots of credits, has better armor, whatever you name it. The only thing it's missing from it is the speed buff. So this tank is also extremely accurate. For some reason, it just seems like it has laser guided shells or something insane. So as you can see, we're going to be pushing this hill since I know that I'm probably the best hold down tank in this battle right now. The only downside to this tank is probably the side and rear armor. The only thing it's really capable of doing is hold down. And its other weakness is its alpha. It doesn't have a 400 alpha like a lot of the heavy tanks do at tier 8. It has a 310. So I don't know why this T-32 decided to camp. We're just going to pop some shells into him. As you can see, he has another great hold down tank. I guess what you could call the free-to-play version of this tank. But he's obviously not playing correctly. I mean, you can tell he's definitely not one of the best players in the world. But we're just gonna keep throwing shells into his lower plate. You can see that this tank is extremely accurate. It's a lot more accurate than it needs to be. I mean, it was broken when it first came out. In my opinion, it's still broken now, even a few years after it came out. But I mean, I get really unlucky on that blind shot right there. Just kind of dived into the ground. But yeah, all in all, it's just a really solid tank. It just gets the job done. It can't really perform bad. It's just a great tank. It doesn't take too much skill to play since it's basically just your standard tank, but better, honestly. Has the depression, has the armor, has the speed, goes 40 kilometers, which is really good. And all in all, it's just a great tank. So we're just going to go more in depth in this battle now. Said enough about the tank. So obviously they went town. That's starting off just a terrible idea. Never go to the town on this map. Still don't know the name of the map. This is a weird name. But yeah, always push the light side or in the hill. Never push towards the town. It's just, especially on this map, towns are usually not the way to go. There's a few maps with exceptions like Alpenstadt and the other maps. But especially on this map, not a good idea. So now that T-32 is gone and that rim is gone on the other side of the map, we're just gonna do a little flank here around this brick wall, and we're gonna try to dump some shells into the rear of the E-75. But of course you'll be facing me, which sucks because I know at the health I'm at and the tank I am, I'm still no match for a tier 9 face hugging, especially in E-75. So I do try to shoot a shell into his cupola. It does not work. The tank, because the E-75 is a great face-hugging tank. I know I'm not going to do anything to that E-75, so I turn off my auto aim, dump a shell into the side of the M5Yo's turret. I try to do it again, but the E-75 is heavier and he pushes me away from it, so I'm forced to deal with the E-75. I don't pen that, which sucks. I'm essentially screwed here, but I do play it a lot smarter than this E-75. I do end up lagging here for some reason, like giving me like 30 to 20 FPS. I have no idea why. But, you know, I just gotta deal with it, play with the cards you dealt with. But we're just gonna hide behind this rock. He keeps wanting to tunnel me, but he decides to look away. That was a mistake. I get a free 310 damage into the side of him. And that was a pretty solid game, 2K? Yeah, 3.2K. This tank is just like every other tank on this list. It's not bad in any situation, really. It'll get you out of a pinch. This tank is a great brawling tank, especially. Like, it'll destroy in 1v1s at tier for tier. Again, I do really good. I'm surprised I class 1 that. And not class 2, since this is a great tank that a lot of good players play. But anyway, that's the third tank in this tier list. So coming in second on this list and the first tier 10 on the list is the tier 10 Swedish heavy tank, the Kranvagn. This tank is a beast at hold down. I was lucky enough to get mines for this, which is probably one of the best, if not the best map for this tank. As you can see, it has a speed boost, which is, of course, OP as hell. The tank does lack in DPM, but dumps its stats in every other aspect. It's just a solid tank. Its only bad attributes are its mobility and its DPM, but it's a very accurate tank. I used to use the accuracy buff on this tank, but I found it useless since it was so accurate. And after that shot, I hope that Yogg has a bad rest of the day. You know, I did not want to get hit by that tank. But yeah, it's a really accurate tank. But the DPM is just so bad. You can see it when I got even the hill. I barely had 2 shells reloaded. And you can see I'm pretty easily hitting the cupola, that 907 over there. You wouldn't think that with just your average auto-loading tank, but no, the Kranvagn can do it. So yeah, I like to use the Kranvagn only for hold down purposes. In every other aspect, it's kind of weak, but because it's so strong to hold down, and because I love the hold down position, I just love this tank so much. It was my first tier 10 on my second account, this account I'm on right now. Because the line is very cheap, it's a solid line to go for. Especially the Emil 1, the Emil 2, those two are very solid tanks. Even the Leo, the tier 7's a pretty decent tier 7. It's not bad, but it'll get the job done. But anyway, we're supposed to be talking about the Kranvagn. So the Kranvagn's only lacking really in speed and I guess side armor and mobility. Every other aspect, the gun, the armor, it's great. So we're gonna go more in depth in this battle. I'm right now going hold down, trying to get rid of this 907. He's pretty obnoxious shitting there. It's always obnoxious when you got a medium over there, but you got to deal with it. I try to hit this cupola again. Yeah, you see this tank is really accurate. Yeah, I just ended up never using the not speed boost, I'm sorry, but was it accuracy boost, since I never really needed it. The tank is just really accurate by itself. I turned out to really outplay this Super Conqueror. That I didn't even know I could do that in the Kronwagen, poke over that rock, but I guess now I know. So, we're looking at that Yagi 100. I want revenge, so I'm going to give him my own version of 800 damage. 2 shells right into his juicy side. And I'm going to continue to play this safe. It's a 4v4. I do not want to lose this. I'm doing pretty good right now. So I'd rather keep it that way and not die. So we're going to shoot the cheek of this Yogg, and there's a great display of its accuracy right there in the cheek. That was not an easy target, and the Kron still managed to hit it. Now I'm about to pull off a really risky move. I wouldn't recommend it, honestly, but I just did it for the sake of the video, and because I just really wanted to for some damage. We're gonna go up this hill, and we're gonna dump all 3 shells into the rear of this VK. This was really dumb because that 907 could have rushed me, done a lot of damage. I could have been hit by the Hori, but I get lucky here. I dump 1 in, 3 seconds of reload, dump another in, 3 seconds of reload, dump my last 1 in. When this tank did get buffed in 9.1, it did lose half a second of internet clip. I feel like that's what changed the tank completely. It became irrelevant before 9.1, kinda. I still liked it before 9.1, but after 9.1, it became a great tank again. Because of half a second of internet clip. Like, half a second of internet clip is a lot. Like, it's a lot more than you'd think. Imagine, let's say, the T57 if it was 3 second internet clip. It'd still be OP, but it wouldn't really be the T57. But as you can see, we had a solid team. We ended up turning a 4-4 battle into a 4-0 battle. Great job, team. I did pretty good. I think it was 4.2k. Let's see. Yeah, no, 4.3k. Anyway, same thing. But class 1, like basically every other battle in this video. But yeah, I do a good job. Did the best on the team. Had a solid team, and yeah, that is the Kronwagen. Now, finally, coming at number 1 is my favorite tank in the game right now, the M6Yo. When I first tried it out on my brother's phone, he let me try it out when he first got it. I fell in love straight away. I said, wow, I need this tank ASAP. This tank is freaking broken and I need it. So right after I got the Kronwagen on this account, I went straight to the Yo. But I actually started with the 300 alpha gun, but now I actually prefer the 450 gun because it got a little power crept. People started hitting the cupolas more, and I found out that maybe poking less would be better since less of a chance for them to hit the cupola. Now I get really unlucky on these 2 shots, but I guess not so much this shot, but the first shot, I get really unlucky with that T57. Yeah, so this tank has, it goes okay speed, 35 kilometers. It has a good turret, just bad cupolas. But what makes this tank is the gun. The gun is insane. 450 damage for 2 shells with a 1.7 inner clip. That is just absurd. It's just stupid. It's a joke. And it has 10 degrees of depression as well. This tank is a joke. I could see the purpose of running the 300 gun now that they have the shell reload boost, but I just still prefer this gun. It's just a great gun. So you probably noticed in this video that basically every tank except for the Progetto is a hold down heavy. It's just something I picked up and I like a lot. It's just heavies that have good hold down capabilities. I find them to be the most reliable in a situation, because the meta in World Tanks Blitz right now seems to be hold down tanks. Since World Tanks Blitz does tend to make their maps a lot more hilly than, let's say, World Tanks Console or World Tanks PC. It's a smaller map. You gotta cram everything into a smaller area, so I don't blame them. But I take advantage of that, so I play what tanks are the best in the situation, which happen to be hold down heavy tanks. So let's go more in depth into the battle. I get unlucky there, but I do see a yo there running 300 gun camping. I don't know what he's doing over there. I don't know if he was AFK or something, but yeah, he's kind of just blowing up for his team being over there. Such an OP tank. So this T-57 has been wanting me this whole battle. I end up outplaying him. I do love his camo though. I have the same camo on my T-57. That would probably be my 6 on the list if it was 6 favorite tanks. We end up taking out this Yogg with some heat. This tank actually has, I think, worse pen than the 300 alpha gun, the 450 one. But I think it's a sacrifice willing to be made. I just see the 450 gun now as a better gun for the tank. The 300 gun is a better gun in general, but for this tank, I think it's got to be the 450 gun. I used to actually run the shell reload boost for some reason when I first got with this tank, but I found it kind of useless, and I found the accuracy buff to be a lot better with the 450 alpha gun. We do end up taking a shot from that yo, but it's fine. It does the least amount of damage from tier 10 in the game. So I end up doing very well this battle. I just play the game calmly. I get really unlucky on the shot right here, fully aim in, and I still miss that freaking AMX 50B. That was really annoying. So I end up deciding to go for the yo here. Got to take out the trash. I have to call him trash. I don't know why he's camping in a yo. It's just stupid. I found that to be a mistake, not thinking about it, since there were 2 tanks over there. Possibly could have got 2 clips out instead of 1. But I actually get really lucky that this yo focuses the Sheridan. I decided to help this Sheridan just cause, and I decided to load some HE, and I see the rear of his turret, and I get 2 great shots for 1,000 damage. I end up making a really bad mistake here of backing up and reversing. This tank is, I guess the worst thing about this tank is its reverse speed. The reverse speed is horrible. I ended up thinking it's a Dracula or something, so I try to reverse to go to the yo. That was probably my biggest downfall of the game. I'm just sitting there going backwards looking like an idiot. But I eventually turn around. Sadly, the Sheridan does get a shot off that yo, so I'm not gonna be able to get 5k this battle. I'm only gonna be able to get 4.9k. But I'll take 4.9k any day, any tier, any tank. So yeah, this ended up being a great battle. I hope you agree with my tier list of my top 5 favorite tanks. I mean, everyone has their own opinion, but I'm sure you can agree that all these tanks on this list are good. They all have their own things that they're great at. They all some of them are better at other things. I hope you guys like the camo on my yo. I had to get 50 battles in it and a platinum in rating battles. That was really annoying to get, but it was all worth it. I got a really cool camo. So yeah, I ended up doing really good, not necessarily carrying the team. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I haven't made one on World Tanks Blitz in a while, or made a video in a while. So see you next time.